In this video, we are going to find out the best mutual fund in mid-cap category, and to do that, we are going to consider top 5 mid-cap funds and analyze them based on 4 parameters, that is risk, return, ratings and expense ratio. So are you excited to know the best mid-cap fund in 2023? If yes, then watch this video till the end. So first we are going to do the return analysis, and in return analysis we will do the historical return analysis of this top 5 mid-cap funds. And if we look at the performance of past 5 years historical returns of this top 5 mid-cap fund, on number 1 we have Quant Mid-Cap Fund, on number 2 we have PGIM India Mid-Cap Opportunity Fund, on number 3 we have SBI Magnum Mid-Cap Fund, on number 4 we have HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunity Fund, and on number 5th we have Kotak Emerging Equities Fund. Next, in return analysis we are going to see the annual returns of this top 5 mid-cap fund from 2017 till 2022, and based on the most consistent performance in annual returns, on number 1 we have Quant Mid-Cap Fund, on number 2 we have PGIM India Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund, on number 3 we have Kotak Emerging Equity Fund, on number 4th we have HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund, and on number 5th we have SBI Magnum Mid-Cap Fund. Next, in return analysis we are going to analyze the absolute SIP returns performance of this top 5 mid-cap funds, and based on the consistent performance of this mid-cap fund in past 5 years absolute SIP returns, on number 1 we have Quant Mid-Cap Fund, on number 2 we have PGIM India Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund, on number 3 we have SBI Magnum Mid-Cap Fund, on number 4th we have HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunity Fund, and on number 5th we have Kotak Emerging Equity Fund. With this we will move to our next parameter, that is risk analysis. And in risk analysis, firstly we will see standard deviation, and standard deviation, the lesser the value is better for the fund, and it tells us the volatility of the fund. So on parameters of standard deviation, on number 1 we have Kotak Emerging Equities Fund, on number 2 we have SBI Magnum Mid-Cap Fund, on number 3 we have HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund, on number 4th we have PGIM India Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund, on number 5th we have Quant Mid-Cap Fund. Next, in risk analysis we will look at beta of these funds, and beta tells us that what is the possibility that these funds are going to continue their performance in future also, and the lesser the value is better for the fund. And on parameter of beta in risk analysis, on number 1 we have Kotak Emerging Equity Fund, on number 2 we have SBI Magnum Mid-Cap Fund, on number 3 we have Quant Mid-Cap Fund, on number 4th we have HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunity Fund, and on number 5th we have PGIM India Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund. Next, in risk analysis we are going to look at Sharpe ratios of this fund, and Sharpe ratio tells us that how much return the fund has generated on the amount of risk it has taken, and the higher the value the better for the fund. And on parameters of Sharpe ratio, on number 1 we have Quant Mid-Cap Fund, on number 2 we have PGIM India Mid-Cap Opportunity Fund, on number 3 we have SBI Magnum Mid-Cap Fund, on number 4th we have Kotak Emerging Equity Fund, on number 5th we have HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund. And the next parameter in risk analysis is the alpha of this fund, and alpha tells us that how much excess return the fund has generated over its benchmark, and the higher the value is better for the fund. And on parameters of alpha, on number 1 we have Quant Mid-Cap Fund with alpha of 11.26%, on number 2 we have PGIM India Mid-Cap Opportunity Fund, on number 3 we have SBI Magnum Mid-Cap Fund, on number 4th we have Kotak Emerging Equity Fund, on number 5th we have HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund. And with this we are going to move to our third parameter, where we are going to analyze the ratings given by different rating agencies such as CRISIL, Value Research and Morningstar. Based on the ratings given by Value Research, CRISIL and Morningstar, the highest rated mid-cap fund is Quant Mid-Cap Fund, and on number 2 we have PGIM India Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund, on number 3 we have Kotak Emerging Equity Fund, on number 4th we have SBI Magnum Mid-Cap Fund, and on number 5th we have HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund. And now we will move to our fourth parameter, that is the expense ratios of this mid-cap fund, and the lowest expense ratio is better for the fund, and here we have considered the direct plan of this mid-cap funds. And based on the parameter of expense ratio of direct plan of these mid-cap funds, on number 1 we have PGIM India Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund with least expense ratio of 0.46%, on number 2 we have Kotak Emerging Equity Fund with expense ratio of 0.49%, on number 3 we have Quant Mid-Cap Fund with expense ratio of 0.63%, on number 4th we have HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunity Fund with expense ratio of 0.95%, and on number 5th we have SBI Magnum Mid-Cap Fund with expense ratio of 0.96%. So if we combine the results of all the 4 parameters together, that is risk, returns, ratings and expense ratio, the final ranking will be like this. So the best mutual fund with consistent performance in mid-cap category is Quant Mid-Cap Fund. On number 2 we have PGIM India Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund, on number 3 we have SBI Magnum Mid-Cap Fund, on number 4th we have Kotak Emerging Equities Fund, and number 5th we have HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund. So with this we come to know that Quant Mid-Cap Fund could be the best mutual fund in mid-cap category for your investment. But to include this fund in your portfolio or not, that will depend on the portfolio overlapping with this mutual fund. And if you want to invest in quant mid-cap fund, I will suggest that you should choose the direct plan of this mutual fund. And to invest in direct plan of this mutual fund is very simple. You just have to follow these simple steps. To invest in quant mid-cap fund, you need to log in Angel One app, and the dashboard of Angel One app looks like this. And here you need to click on this mutual fund icon, and on the next page on the top right hand side corner a search bar is there. You need to click on that particular search bar, and here you need to type the fund name and click on the direct plan growth of this fund. And on the next page all the information related to quant mid cap fund will appear on your mobile screen. And after that, for investing in this particular mutual fund, you just need to click on this invest button, and then on the next screen you need to enter the SIP or lump sum amount in this mutual fund. And here we are going to start a SIP in this mutual fund, and for that you need to click on the start SIP button. And after that, the bank account which is linked to your Demat account, you can pay via internet banking, UPI or Google Pay. And if you are going to select UPI, you need to enter the UPI ID and click on the proceed button. And the moment you click on the proceed button, your SIP will start in this mutual fund.